Marla Cotter, thank you so much for stopping by. The last 9 months you've been on prep. How has the journey been for you competing in all these national shows?
The journey has definitely been an experience. I've definitely learned a lot more about my body this year than I have in the past 2 years that I've been competing. But I've learned a lot more about my body and the way that it changes with certain foods that I eat and different types of things that I, training-wise, like I didn't do any cardio for North Americans for this one. I did a ton of cardio for my very first show. That was Team U, and I didn't do any. So for North Americans, that was absolutely awesome. I went through this show as a breeze, but I know that I will be bringing a better package to Miami, so I'm really excited about that.
Name all the cities that you've been to this year, 3 or 4 cities?
South Carolina, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh.
So you just mentioned North American Championships last weekend. You were in first call out. When you were on the diagonal on stage and the judge calls you for the first call out, what was that moment like?
Well, they called my number out first and put me right in the middle of first call outs, and that has not happened before. So that definitely made my heart kind of go. It brought a little bit of nervous chills to myself.
That's exciting.
It was extremely exciting, especially at nationals, because everybody wants to be in the top 5. Everybody is striving to be in that top 5. They want to, they want to win. They want to go places. But when they do call your number out, it's definitely a different experience that you're not really prepared for. But I was extremely happy with it. So, yeah.
Did your daughter go with you?
No, she went to the show in Miami last year when I did Miami Nationals, and she was so sweet. You could hear her cheering in the background. She was so cute. But she does not really come to away shows because I don't have anybody to look after her. My mother usually takes care of her at home, but my mom and my dad don't really support the whole bodybuilding, fitness type of stuff that I do. So it's just me by myself and my coach, and I actually like it being more by myself than having people there. I think it makes me a little bit more nervous having people there. So I definitely like going by myself, but having my daughter there is absolutely awesome because you can hear her cheering and it makes you feel so good about yourself that you're showing her that you can actually be good. You can actually do good what you put your heart to. So I think that's awesome.
And she's 4 years old now?
Yeah, she's 4. She'll be 5 in October. Yeah.
What's she like?
She is my everything. I have her full time. I love her to death. She's in school. She is very smart. She's been reading books and things like that. She's the sweetest little girl ever. And so whenever I do go to shows, she calls me and she tells me, she's like, Mom, even if you don't bring a trophy home, you're still a winner to me. I love you so much. She tells me like the most sweetest things. So that's definitely awesome.
Does she ever work out with you?
She does. Yes, she does. She's always wanting to carry my gallon around, my water gallon. She's like, Mom, I got this. And it's like a full gallon. And she's like this tiny little girl, like carrying her gallon. She's so cute. But yeah, I bought her 2-pound weights, little baby ones. And I've been showing her, bicep curls and like lunges and different things like that. So just like, the basic essentials. I don't think I'll let her really use weights until she's a teen, but more like body weight, work on speed, agility, type of training rather than weightlifting until she's a teenager. So we're gonna go the smart way about it.
You look like you're going we came up the elevator together. Are you going to the gym later today or now? Or?
I'm thinking about it. I'm getting better from an illness, I guess, that was going around at North American. So I'm wanting to do shoulders today. It's my favorite thing to do. I usually do it like twice a week, just like I do with legs and glutes. I do those twice a week. But yes, shoulders is definitely my favorite things to work out. So I may go to the gym.
I wanted to ask you about, you do have a twin sister.
Yes, I do.
What's that like?
It's been pretty awesome. I think we weren't really friends growing up, and then once I moved out of the house first and then she moved out, and we actually became a lot closer together. We actually live right across the street from each other, so like I can see her house from my house through my bathroom, which is funny sometimes. But yeah, we've definitely got a lot closer. She was actually my inspiration to start getting into bodybuilding when I was pregnant. The hormones that most women get when they're pregnant. Some women, but some women enjoy it. But I saw her competing, and her body was amazing. And I'm over here like, oh my God, I'm so fat and pregnant. But we're so competitive with each other that I wanted to beat her at my very first competition after I gave birth. So I gave myself a year of training and dieting, and then I jumped into competing. At my first show, I placed third, and she placed sixth at that show. And I couldn't really rejoice because, I wanted to beat her, but it was an experience, I guess. So I felt good about myself that I won. I beat her. But, she was a little sad also. But, yeah, I think she was definitely my inspiration to getting into bodybuilding and stuff like that. It's definitely like, bodybuilding and normal is definitely two different chapters. So I didn't even know what I was getting into. Like, the first couple weeks of me getting into dieting and stuff, the very first time, I was still eating cereal, thinking like, oh yeah, well, if you have lactate milk, it's better than regular milk, right? But I didn't put two and two together that there was a ton of sugar, and you're not supposed to really drink milk, and all the all the diet things that really affect you. So it was definitely a learning experience. So this year has definitely been awesome for me because I did learn what foods work best with my body, and I think that's been awesome.
How does someone find that out, what foods work best for their body? They just trial and error?
Yes. It's a lot of trial and error.
And if something isn't working, you just have a tummy ache or something?
No, I mean, I didn't even know that I even had a gluten allergy. I'm allergic to greens, soy, gluten, wheat, bread, things like that, dairy. So honestly, before this, I had no idea. And then
you find that out through a blood test or something?
Yeah, I mean, there's they do pricks on your back for like food testing and stuff, but I never got it done. I can't even eat greens, so I had no greens this whole year, like broccoli, green beans, things like that. But what I noticed with them is that, you can bloat, your stomach can get bigger, you can feel, like fatigues, or, there's other different kinds of ways that you can feel that your body just rejects it and doesn't like it. So it's definitely been a trial and error process, but it's been easier this year, so we got it.
So you don't have too much fatigue anymore?
I am. I do. I do get very tired. I'm probably because I am, a single mom. I'm running around with her after school activities, picking her up from school, dropping her off at school. I mean, keeping up with her at home, cooking her dinner and stuff. So, I mean, that does really tire me out, but I absolutely love the gym. I could be there like all day if I wanted to, but I go like once or twice a day just because I absolutely love it. It's become a habit to me. If I'm not in the gym, I kind of get a little stressed out that day. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, what's a typical day looking like for you right now? You're still on prep right now, right?
I am off prep, so I have 2 more weeks off diet, but I've been trying to keep it pretty healthy, which is weird to me because I'm used to being very strict on a diet, and I'm fine with it. I love being, strict with my diet, and having no plan right now is a little weird, but I've been taking some things from my diet and keeping it into my plan right now.
The Olympia is next weekend. Are you going to watch?
I am. I'm going to be live streaming it on Amazon. That is exactly where you can find it. I live streamed it last year as well. But yeah, I wish I could go, but I will not be attending this year. So
how about, what's it going to take, you think, to get the IFBB Pro card?
Posing. Definitely the posing. I definitely have a lot of stage fright coming into it. I'm not a speech talker or anything like that. You put me in front of people and maybe I'll forget what I'm saying, or nothing goes through my head at that point. So it was definitely an adjustment trying to get used to being on stage. I think that my posing coach, Sheila Brown, she's been absolutely amazing at teaching me how to be more comfortable, more confident. But yeah, I've definitely been practicing a lot of posing. I think that was my number one issue. This at North Americans was the comparison round. Me and a girl kept bumping into each other, and I think that messed me up. But besides that fact, posing is definitely a huge factor for me at this exact moment. So that's what I think it's going to take for me to get to first or second place.
North American, I thought you looked stunning.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look
I appreciate it.
Last question, when you're not doing athletic things, what else do you like to do?
I take my daughter she loves pin stack bowling. So she loves doing like laser tag and bowling and stuff like that. I just take her different places, like, trampoline park and stuff like that. So for me, I don't really do much for myself. I like to hang out at home a lot. So I'll find a movie at like 7 p.m. and then I'll go to bed at like 10. But like, it's just like a movie. And sometimes I can sit through the whole movie, and sometimes I'm still wanting to like clean and like, focus on what she's doing, and I don't really ever have time for myself, which is fine. I've given that up for her, so I'm happy about it. But yeah.
Well, I'm rooting for you. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
So Marla was about to leave, and I asked her if she could inspire me by doing some push-ups with me. And
we're gonna do 20 push-ups, but let's see if he can make it to 10. So,
all right,
you ready?
Yeah,
let's go.
Who's counting?
1, 2, 3,
You're going faster than me.
4,
I'm at 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Actually, it's pretty easy.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Ugh. Ugh.
How you feel?
Good.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Thank you.